pick was Tupac. So we just try to give our little dibs on the pick of Tupac. Tupac making the top 10 of our list or whatever. Wasn't on my top 10. I like Tupac before the controversy of with the Biggie stuff, you know what I'm saying? That's what kind of turned me off with Tupac. And that's why he didn't make my top 10. He would be in my top 20, but not my top 10. Because I think in some ways, I think if that beef with him and Biggie wasn't going on, both of them we still be here right now. You know what I'm saying? So I had took points, a lot of points away from that because it kind of like tarnished hip hop. You know what I'm saying? So, but his music itself, I mean, musically good. You know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna knock Tupac though. But that was a good pick though. So now we're going with your number 9, Jay Hendo. So who you got at number 9?
Man, at number 9, looking through my list, and like I'm gonna grab somebody up and put them in my top 9. I'm talking about lyricists, so I gotta go with Ludacris. I gotta go with Ludacris. Number 9, man. And I've been banging Ludacris like since, man, that was way back in the college days, man. Like Southern Hospitality when that came out, Chicken and Beer. You know, all his albums. And he got some hits, club bangers too.
Yeah, you killed me when we battled. You killed me. I couldn't do nothing with it.
Yeah, I Ludacris. I'm like, I'm gonna get him whenever because he ate me up on the last battle. I'm like, I gotta get his ass back. Gotta get him back. But man, he got some bangers, man. Ludacris, I had to go with him.
Yeah, I like Ludacris, and I don't think he get the respect and the props that he should because I think he's a damn good lyricist. He's more like that Busta Rhyme. His metaphors is just sick, you know what I'm saying? So I like that pick. He's not in my top 10, but he'd definitely be in my top 15 or 20, you know what I'm saying? But I like Ludacris. I like that pick. What you think about Ludacris, Tim?
Oh, I love Ludacris. Don't get me wrong, I love his music, and he is very well slept on as a lyricist. Like I've seen some of his videos where he's just come off the top of the head and just straight killed it and slayed it lyrically against people. You know, he's a lot more mainstream and more of your club bangers and stuff like that. But definitely he's in my top 15 he's right outside, probably want to say probably number 13, 14 with me when it comes if I do a top 50. But yeah, I agree. I like seeing Ludacris up there, and I love Ludacris's music.
Well, you know what, and because my number 9 was already been mentioned, and that was Common. But what I want to do is instead of going with the same person, we talking about the same people. I'm gonna change up my list a little bit because I don't want us to talk about the same people. You know what I'm saying? Okay. If that's cool with y'all.
Yeah, that's cool. But if y'all pick Common, can I tell y'all why I put him on my list there, so I ain't got to even bother?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, that's cool.
So since y'all both got Common, I've got Common. He's my number 5.
Yeah, and he's my number. He's not my number. He's mine now. He's my number 9. So what you could do is let's go ahead. So we won't be talking about these MCs over and over again. I say Common is my number 9, but after that, I just put Busta Rhymes as my number 9.
Your number 9.
So I mean,
yeah.
I mean, he's number 9. He's number 9 because Common is number 9. He would have been number 8.
Okay,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna have to spice this up a little bit. So, but Busta been in the game as long as about the same amount of time as Common. You know what I'm saying? And he's still doing it. You know, and. In the beginning, lyrically, you be like, okay, all that, right, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, I like the energy, you know what I'm saying? Of Busta Rhymes. The energy with the stuff. And when I actually saw him perform live, I always said I want to see him perform live. You see him perform live, man, he's going to give you a hell of a show. I love Busta Rhymes. When he features on people's album, he usually slay it every time. You know what I'm saying? What y'all think about Busta?
I like Busta, man. Like when I step up in that place and you watch step correct, man. Busta used to like, and he's in my top 10 as well. Man, all his albums, man. I can go on. Like he's in my workout playlist. He's on everything, man. With Jen Jackson, the song "What's It Gonna Be?" That was a classic, man. He got actually, man. And I did my list, and I said, I had to sleep. I had to I gotta add people to my top 10 back in the top 10 because Busta Rhymes definitely top 10. I just go in your room when you left. Hey, he's lead. I was going to room like what Busta Rhymes. I think it was what city was that the ball? What first Busta Rhymes album? What was the second? I think
The
you got
second
the
one
tape set.
was the second one was you had what was the first one was
I remember his albums like.
let me go right quick.
What about Flip Squad versus Death Squad? What album is that on? Flip
That
Squad
was on the
versus Death
first.
Squad.
That was on the first album.
So-
When Disaster Strike.
Yeah. So I had that. He'll leave the crib. I go play that man all day long. That Keith Murray, man. Who was that?
Keith Murray, Redman, Jamal.
Keith Murray, man, Jamal. Yeah.
All of them. Yeah. Let me see. That album was. Let me see what the second album, but that's the album you're talking about. That was the when Disaster Strike, and then that which was actually that was the Common. That was his first album.
Yeah, the Common. Yeah.
Yeah, so then I think the second one was in '97 when Disaster Strike. That was dope too. That has songs like Get High Tonight.
Finally go back, smoke a little loud. Yeah.
So and Put Your Hands Where My Eyes Can See. That was on all that. So definitely Busta Rhymes definitely was up in the building on my list. So Jonathan, you're number
8.
Yeah.
It was Busta Rhymes.
Busta
Busta Rhymes was number 8. Yep. Busta Rhymes was number 8.
So your number 8, Tim.
My number 8 is going to be Ice Cube.
Yeah, definitely.
Just man, Ice Cube starting off when he was in NWA and then broke off and then came out with that first diss to NWA. My favorite,
Vaseline.
Yeah, No Vaseline. My favorite songs are, Ghetto Bird, Lethal Injection. It just his music has just been just there, and he's never changed. You know what I mean? That's the thing about Ice Cube is he's never changed in his music. He's always been Ice Cube, and I respect the hell out of him. Even now when he still puts stuff out, it's Ice Cube we're talking about. You know what I mean? Ice Cube gets you going. In whatever song he puts out there, you can listen to a whole Ice Cube album and not want to skip songs because that's who he is. I think when he was with West Side Connections, they had a couple bangers, but I wasn't a big Mac 10 Dub C fan. I enjoyed it because of Ice Cube.
Right.
And you see the storylines and you hear the stories about back in the day, and see what he's done now. You know what I mean? Even now, it's still like, he's definitely in my top 10, and he's not in other people's top 10, but I can just any time of the day I can put on an Ice Cube song. It was a good day.
Yeah. So, Jonathan, did you have Cube in your top 10?
Hey man, what's funny is that y'all mentioned Ice Cube, and I was thinking about a Cube song, Children's Story. What the hell it was? A Gangster Story, Children's Story. Once upon a time, Gangsta Fairy Tale. Yeah. Humpty Dumpty sat on the wall with a joint, drinking some 8-ball. Yeah.
That was all on his first album, along with Once Upon a Time in the Projects. Those was bangers, man. His first album, America Most Wanted, had some bangers on that. When he actually left NWA, I was like, well, he ain't the one. I mean, Ren is the one. Ren and Eazy-E was the one. Didn't know that Ice Cube was doing all the writing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but I mean, right. And actually, go ahead, Tim.
Now, when they came out with the song and seeing how the song "Fuck the Police" came, you know what I mean? I was like, and Ice Cube hit it off right away, and it was just like, man, dude, just Ice Cube back then was just like, fuck, like, damn.
in your face type of stuff, and and I was digging that.
Right.
Then when he did the second album, which was it Death Certificate next?
Death Certificate.
Yeah,
Death Certificate, Lethal Injection.
Yeah, the Death Certificate, man, that took it to another level. You know what I'm saying? It was just, I used to bang that in school all the time.
And then when he came out with Lethal Injection, that just fucking took you to another level.
Yeah,
I just the way he came out with all those songs. I said, Ghetto Bird's my favorite song by Ice Cube of all time. Like, that's just, I love that song for some reason. I don't know why, but I just do.
You know what? The song I like on Ice Cube. is the one you played the fucking battle with Too. That one ain't on his album, but that was a Too Short album, Short Dogs in the House. Not
A bitch
take
is a
my
bitch.
yeah.
Yeah. We don't want to go into that one because that was really explicit.
Yeah, I can't want to quote too much. That shit is hard.
Wait, name it Too Short is an honorable mention. You know what I'm saying? Too Short,
Yeah.
he's not in the top 10, but he's in the top 20.
I don't know, man.
So-
I ain't got him in my top 10, but damn, now you think about Too Short, it makes you like reflect, like Short Dogs in the House. You know, the album cuss words. You got some stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, from Born to Mac all the way, Born to Mac, Freaky Tales,
Cocktails.
I'm a Player. Yeah. He's like I say, the only reason I didn't put him in my top 10 because he's not lyrically, but he still have those bangers. So he's in the top 15. If anything, you know what I'm saying? Make you think about some of his stuff back in the day, just laughing.
Tina, the spurt cleaner. I took her to my house and she tried to come. She was so freaking ready to give me none. I'm sure Too Short.
Like I said,
and a man had a little one.
Yo, like I said, man, make me want to put Too Short's in top 10 right there. You just did right there. Too Short top 10. But Cube definitely was in my top 10. He was actually number 6 for me. I think we on number 7. So it's going back to you, Tim. So who's your 7?
My number 7. I'm gonna have to go Mos Def.
Most Def.
Mos Def. I liked when the song Miss Fat Booty came out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Just the way Mos Def and hearing the songs, like I really wasn't back in the day, wasn't into Mos Def, but when I used to chill at my buddy's house, my buddies Sammy and Ramy, you know, we used to listen to Mos Def all the time, and I got more into it because I could just hear his lyrics, you know what I mean? And it was just the way he put himself out there with his lyrics and how he was able to spit things off right away, and it was just like, okay, I like this. But then, like I said, when Miss Fat Booty came out, I was like, oh, that's my song right there. You know, I still bump that today, even going to football, basketball. Tanya's in the car. I don't give a damn. I still play it all day.
That's what's up. I like Mos Def. He wasn't in my top 10, but definitely he's in the top 20. Him and Talib Kweli, just them. They came out of nowhere and just blew the roof. They're actually working on another album right now. It should be out, I think, sometime this year. I think.
That's what I heard. I definitely can't wait to talk that.
Hey, so after that battle, and I ain't trying to switch from Mos Def, but I actually went back to listen to some Mos Def and Talib. Like, I'm like late in the game. I got killed in the battle with Talib. I'm like, because I'm thinking like when I was like Talib, Mos Def, like, they got a few joints. But then I started going back and listening. I'm like, damn, I'm asleep. So right now, today, I'm on my like Amazon Music download some of their damn tracks and stuff. Like they got some stuff.
Yeah, that hit their first album, man. I when I first heard it, I mean, I just breezed through it. But then once they did the song with Common, I was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? All of them came off on that. They maybe went to go get the album, you know what I'm saying? And they got some joints on that, man. Black Star. Just wait till I'm waiting for their next album to drop. Like I'm waiting for. I mean, I don't know if they ever go do it. Like Outkast, those type of guys like that need to come back out. You know what I'm saying? To bring the game back. So you went with. So you went with
Mos Def.
Mos Def. So Jonathan, at number 7, who you got at number 7?
I got G in there. Bro, we get here. We gonna get the drama popping. We don't blow 50. I gotta get 50, man. I like his first 3 albums to me was like, man, they was bangers, man. You know, Wankster came out, but he had some joints for that. But the song on that album, Wankster, that was like the single for that, man. And that song was just banging. He killed Ja Rule. 21 Questions, man. Then he had the song with Eminem.
In the club.
Yeah, man. He has some stuff, man. 50. I love 50, man. I love 50. Personally, that's one of my favorites. And 50, y'all sleep, man. 50 got a joint with DMX on the Grand What's that DMX album? The Grand some damn dog. I can't remember, man. He got joined with 50 and Styles P, man. 50 Cent, Styles P, and DMX. It's nice.
I ain't never heard that. Yeah, I ain't never heard that one.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you know what? I like 50. I've always liked 50. I always liked his music. I just the one thing I don't like is about 50 is he's my guy and I love Power and I it's just I can't see him hanging around with 6ix9ine, man. God, that's I can't stand but you know what I mean? Like, come on now. Like I get where 50's trying to do. He's trying to make music and he's trying to do his thing. And I love 50's music. That's just the one knock I got on 50 is how the hell are you gonna sit around with that snitch ass dude? Can't do that, man.
I think him hanging around with him more like just to keep his face out there for that type of crowd or whatever, because it's two different crowds. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So just to gain some of his fan base or whatever, even though he don't need his fan base, but still you covering all bases. You know what I'm saying, in the rap game or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Because since then, have you seen since 6ix9ine been out? Have you seen it with 6ix9ine?
I ain't seen nothing. I think beforehand he was, but then he was kind of him on Instagram, on social media. So
yeah. So I mean, 50. He's not in my top 10 either. He's actually he's in my top 20 because I like 50 Cent too. And I just got up on him like later on in the game. Like in the beginning, his first album was banging, but I mean, I kind of got on him kind of late because when he first came out with the How to Rob, I was like, this motherfucker talking about everybody. You know what I'm saying? Like robbing everybody. You know, people that you like. You're like, man, fuck that dude. But then you start listening to his lyrics, like, oh, he kind of nice. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So
controversy, sales.
Yeah,
that's
definitely. My number 7, and I know it, and I think after I go through your stuff, I had Jay-Z at number 7.
You got that low?
Yeah, I mean, but I was kind of surprised Tim didn't have Jay-Z at all. So okay, Jonathan. You I know Jay-Z in your top. What you got a list on your list?
So I'm looking at my list right now because my top 5 is not in no order, but I'm going to see 1, 2. I got Jay-Z as number 3 on my list.
Yeah,
like all this has like Reasonable Doubt, Volume 1, 2, 3, The Blueprint. Original Gangster thing. Like, man, he got a lot of. It's just most of the albums you can like, especially from the not Volume 1, Reasonable Doubt. So I think Reasonable Doubt, man.
Yeah, the first album.
Yeah, you can listen to that stuff all the way through. Volume 1, definitely can listen all the way through. Volume 2,
yeah,
man, his albums is like he put out some classics. Those are classics.
And I like Jay-Z. Like I said, he's in the top 10, but he was listed as, like I said, with me was 7. Tim, you didn't have him on your list at all.
He's definitely in my top 20. Just for the simple fact of, I will say one thing about Jay-Z is that Jay-Z really didn't come onto the scene till kind of after Biggie. You know what I mean? Like, it's kind of, he put himself out there as he was, quote unquote, I think he said in one of his songs, he's the next Biggie Smalls. You're not. You know what I mean? Like, and I take that as a slap in the face because I don't know how long Jay-Z's been doing it, but you know what? I think he's more of like a P. Diddy. You know what I mean? Like, he puts himself out there with, it's all about driving in fucking, Rolls Royces and shit and all this other stuff. And I know he's with Beyonce.
P. Diddy?
Yeah.
Man, P. Diddy can't even rap, man.
You gotta look at it. He was big when he was
Shake, man.
Him and Dame Dash. That's how they portrayed themselves. You know,
but he can rap. He can rap though, bro.
Well, he can rap. Don't get me wrong, but I just don't see him in my top 10. Just for the simple fact of, like I said, is I take it as, even though Biggie's not in my top 10, Biggie's in my top 15, probably my honorable mention, but. Yeah, bro, you weren't Biggie. You know what I mean? Like, you can't, after the man dies, you can't say, "Oh, I'm Biggie Smalls now." No,
brother, you called him Diddy, man. He ain't all take this money. He ain't doing this, man. Like, what are you?
that man was dancing with buddy from Atlanta. What's his name?
What?
Jay-Z. What's his name?
The originator was from Atlanta, was he?
No. He was over there. He made that song with Money Don't Mean
Jermaine Dupri.
Jermaine Dupri.
He wasn't dancing with that ugly Geico looking dude, man. Hey man, you hard stuff. Hey, no, hey, Jay-Z number 3. Actually, I had to go look at my list. I put how far Jay-Z's my number 3. My bad.
Okay.
Not number 4.
So we did that was number 6, right?
That was number 7.
Number 7.
So now
it goes back to me. So my number 6, like I said, because Ice Cube was actually number 6 with me. So now I got to go and pick another person out of this, and I'm gonna go with Guru from Gang Starr. He was actually number 4. But I'm moving everything up a little bit because some of these artists have already been mentioned. So
he was my number 6 too. Guru was my number 6.
Oh yeah.
I was sleep on him. I'm still learning. Like, I know I ain't learning. He has some stuff though, but who's gonna take the weight is my favorite track.
Yeah. Actually, I got up on Gang Starr. It was kind of funny. I got up on Gang Starr with my guy DeMarco. He actually was in a bodybuilder contest, and he had played when he came out to the song. It was Beyond Comprehension.
I remember that.
He came out there with. I was like that with that beat drop. I was like, "Damn, what's that?"
Mm-hmm.
He was like, "That's Gang Starr, Beyond Comprehension." I bought that album. I was like, "Man, I'm about to buy," because that album wasn't even his first album. His first album was I Manifest. You know what I'm saying? The one with I Manifest on it. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, from that point on, with the beats premiere with those beats, man, he was. Beats is banging, you know what I'm saying? So I got Guru at number 6. Jonathan, who you got at number 6?
My number 6 is DMX. Man, I know people like, oh, how is he fucking in the top 10, man? DMX. I don't know, man. I'm biased. I'm biased with DMX. I like all this shit. I like DMX, man. DMX is in my top 10, number 6. Like
No, that's your guy because I mean
personal favorite.
but the thing is, you balled out with him when you had Jay. It was him and Kanye. Yeah, you know, you balled out with him. You know what I'm saying? So
I had to ride or die with DMX, man. Kanye shit. I know. When I looked at this, I had Kanye stuff. I'm not a big fan. Like I thought it was a Kanye. I'm like, he had some stuff, but I ain't really digging him. Like he don't really. He alright. You know, he got some jams, but DMX got some stuff where like, everybody got some DMX hits.
It kept you in the game, though. That kept you in the game. So, I mean, I know, Tim, you mentioned your number 6 was the same as mine, and that was Gang Starr. What put you on to Gang Starr?
Man. Guru. Oh, man. It was back in the day. I was, don't remember exactly where, but I was riding with my boy Dow, and his cousin had gave him this album and said, hey, check, play this, just how you like it. And we were driving, just coasting, and all of a sudden, it, like you said, it's the beat that drops, and it was just like, "Who is this?" You know what I mean?
Right.
And we looked at the cover, he's like, "It's Gang Starr," and I'm like, "Wow!" And just listening to Guru, it reminded me of a Chuck D, but deeper. You know what I mean? And that's the way I looked at it, and I was like, "Okay, I like this guy." And it's just everything he's put out has just been so amazing. Just hearing the lyrics and what he's talking about. And it's like sometimes, like I said, like a deeper Chuck D, you know what I mean? Like he just came out and was just spitting with things that normal people didn't talk about in everyday life, and it just went hand in hand. And it was like, okay, this man's making great music. So it's just there's so many songs I can name off the top of the head that just with Guru, it's just amazing. You know what I mean? Like I could listen to Gang Starr all day and replay it again all day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the thing about him was his voice was different. You know what I'm saying? The way his delivery was different, and that's what turned me on other than on Primo with the tracks or whatever. But actually listening to his stuff got me out of some real jam. It was called one Moment of Truth.
Yes.
That song right there actually
my favorite song by Guru.
Yeah, man. I was on some bull stuff, and I heard that song. I was like, wait a minute. It just like woke me up. Like, damn. Let me keep it going, keep it moving. So, Guru made the top 10 of most, but not Jonathan. He said he wasn't up on them at the time. So, I mean, but it's all good. Like I said, there's no wrong answer. So, We're going with number 5. Now we're down to the nitty-gritty. Top 5. Who's at number 5 with you, Tim?
I'm gonna go with Ladies Love Cool J.
Nah.
Mr. LL Cool J.
I just fucked up. Shit.
Go ahead. What brought you to got you like an L?
Oh man, it was sitting in my room, just that right there when he came out with that. And then and then Mama Said Knock You Out. Oh man, and then the way he went after what's buddy's name? Yeah, when he went after him, and then later on him and Cassidy had that beef, and then he came out with GOAT, you know what I mean? And then dude, he's been in every era, you know what I mean? He started out in the beginning and he was with everybody with Kumo D and them, and then he came into the new era and came at people, and he's been doing it and he's still doing it, you know what I mean? So it's just every song he comes out to, it's like it's a banger. He's got his bangers, then he's got his freestyles, then he's got his hip hop, and I just think LL Cool J in the top 5 for me was a for sure hit, you know. So can't go out the top 5 with having Mr. LL Cool J in there, especially when he did that song with Boys the Men. It was a rap.
Love You Better, yes sir. So no, not Love You Better. That was was it Hey Love?
Yeah, Hey Love.
Hey Love, yeah.
That's what Boys the Man, yeah.
Yeah, Hey Love. So Jonathan, was he in your top 10?
Man, LL, you know what? I fucked up because LL, I didn't get him in my top 10, but I think my list. So right now, I got to kick somebody out of my top 10 for LL.
No, because you remember we had to boot. Because if we mention the same people, you could actually add them to it.
I had took him out of my top 10 because I had redid my list, and I realized after he said LL that I didn't put him back in my list. So I'm gonna have to take one of these rappers out here to subtract them for LL. So I'm gonna have to take Ludacris out because he was my number 9. So I'm gonna have to take Ludacris out.
I'll take Drake out before I take Luda.
Okay, Trey. Hey, I keep drinking number 10. So I'll take LL out. Move LL. Damn. Because my top 5.
Oh, your top 5 is about to get heated.
I'm about to move him in my top 5 because I got Common that knows he's my number 5.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to like drop everybody down one spot. So Busta Rhymes be 9, 50 be 6, DMX 6, and so LL be my top 5, number 5.
And what drew you to LL? I mean, what you liked about LL?
Man, when that Mama Said Knock You Out, but what actually drew me to LL is that Cannot Bust. He destroyed that dude for 5 minutes and some change on Cannot Bust.
Right.
He ripped him apart. And because I know when they had the battle, I was on Cannabis because he came out that second round knockout, I think it was. So I'm like, damn, he could kill. Man, he was going back and forth. He killed him, second round knockout, whatever. I'm like, so when LL came out with that Can I Bust, I'm like, damn.
Yo, L ain't nothing to play with, you know what I'm saying? Well, L first, he dropped what I Need to Beat or whatever, but I really got up on LL like in 87-ish with the I'm Bad album, you know what I'm saying? And the first I'm Bad itself, the title itself, that was the song that drew me to him, but that whole album was banging. Even the ones that wasn't for him, like Gold Car Creator, that beat and everything, and Candy, I feel good.
Yeah. Woo, about Candy. Yeah.
Then he just kept on going. But when he dropped that Mama Said Knock You Out, and what LL did was he elevated his game. Every album he elevated. He'll actually have Redman and Method Man on there to show I can still hang with the young guys, or he'll get on EPMD track. I can hang with these guys. He was on the guy from Mobb Deep, Prodigy.
Yep.
He had a lot of people on his album to show he could still hang with the stand the test of time, you know what I'm saying? He just was doing it. The Cannabis thing, he killed them on even on 4-3-2-1. He really killed them, you know what I'm saying? We didn't know he was talking about Cannabis until Cannabis came out with the second round knockout, you know. LL a beast, and he's working on a new album as well. So I like to wait to hear that the next album from LL neither. But definitely in my top 10. I kind of put LL, and for me he's the GOAT. So I really don't put him in my top 10. I usually put him over here You know what I'm saying? Because I just put him somewhere else, not even in a top 10 or top anything. He stands alone to me, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But definitely in the top, if we had a top 10, he'd be in the top 10, but I usually put him on the side, you know what I'm saying? Like this LL right here. Let's go from here. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
LL is whatever. Let's go from here. Definitely LL is definitely a keeper for me. And we on number 5. And who had LL was on number 5 too, Jonathan, right?
LL number 5, yeah.
And I guess he was my number 5 too. Man, he was number 5. Okay. Wait. My number 5, LL. So let's go with so it goes to me. We're on 4.
4, yeah.
Okay. Because I moved stuff up. Let me put this guy out there. And he's not number 4 for me. But since I had to rearrange some of my stuff, I'm gonna have to. It's 2 people I got in mind, but we're gonna do honorable mentions. I'm gonna go with Ghostface. Even though he's not 4 for me, but by me rearranging my stuff, I have to put. If I'm putting somebody in right now, I'm gonna put a Ghostface in because Ghostface a beast with Wu. So I'm gonna go with Ghostface number 4. I know. Yeah. Let Tim this right up Tim alley. Tim, go ahead. What you think about Ghostface?
Oh man, Ghostface. Let me put it like this: I think the greatest rap group ever all time is Wu-Tang Clan. 9 MCs and come on there and kill it. And yes, the way Ghostface just comes onto the scene and just murders everything. Like you can't tell if he's joking around, he's serious. It's just Ghostface Killer. The name says it all. When he gets onto a song or a track and he's got to put out lyrics, he can battle with the best of them, hands down. It's just yeah, man. I've listened to Ghostface for a long time and everything Wu-Tang, and I agree with you. He's not in my top 10, but he's right out there again, a top 15 in the top 20. I have it rearranged different. My number 4 is METHOD, man.
Still a Wu. He's still part of Wu.
And Method Man is still killing it today, putting out tracks with people. So I just like we said, I try to throw the whole Wu-Tang Clan in there, but the Method Man, Ghostface Killer, the RZA, the GZA, the ODB, Inspector Deck, all those guys can finish in the top 20, top 25 because those guys coming out of the 36 chambers, they do damage, So
yeah. What you think about Ghost, Jonathan?
The Ghost Supreme Clientele, I dig that. I wouldn't have Ghost in my top 10, not even my top 15 though. So yeah, he made my top 20. I think he made my top 20 because the Supreme Clientele is one of the most classic albums though. So I had to break that. That'll probably be ranked up in my top 10 albums though. Supreme Clientele is just dope. I remember listening to that, man, because that was that All I Got Is You? Was that on that Supreme Clientele? All That I Got Is You.
That was the one before. That's one with Mary J. Blige. I forgot
Mary J. Blige, yeah.
I forgot what song album was.
Damn, man. See, I gotta go back and listen. Maybe I might be wrong. Because as I talk about the artists, the music started coming back. I wasn't thinking about it before. I'm like, wait a minute, these guys got some classics, man. That's why I like doing these shows, man. I'm learning. I'm like, damn, I forgot about he made this.
He got a song with Carl Thomas that's banging too. I like, you know what I'm saying? So you got.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
He got some bangers, and not his last album, but he got an album. He got a song with one of your guy, R&B guy. What's that guy name?
Neo.
Not Neo. Yeah, he got one with Neo, but on that same album.
That one too.
But the same album he got with Neo, he got with what's that guy name? Raheem Devine. He got 2 of them. He got 2.
Yeah.
With John Legend too. Go. If anybody out there, if you listen to Ghostface got some bangers. Bangers.
My favorite line he ever did was in the MGM when he was like, "Look at the dude coming in the back. Look at his stance. Looks like my cousin Lance." When he said talking about the gun bolting out of his hip, and you didn't even know what he was talking about, until he said it at the end, you were like, "Oh shit, okay." Man, I can listen to Ghostface all day too. Anything Wu, I'm 100% in.
his whole demeanor, man, is just laid back, cool. He is in your face, but it's more like I get laid back on you too and still rip it. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So definitely. So we are number who we will. I'm with Ghostface. So Jonathan, we on your number 4.
My number 4 is what Tim had earlier was Pac. So, but as for that spot I mentioned, the honorable mention. So Tupac's my number 4. My honorable mention, man, is going to be my honorable mention. Man, look at my list, man. Damn, it's got to be, dude. I listen a lot of Talib Kweli. I'm about to say that because I just got up. I'm late. That's one of my honorable mentions. I had to mention that, man. He got some stuff, and I'm still catching up. I'm like, what's that song? So I couldn't find a song. When they be like at the beginning, the girls be like, "How you pronounce his name?" Talib Kweli.
The blast.
Yeah, it could come up. Don't, man.
How you say my name? Quali.
Like, dude.
Yeah.
I just found that song because I remember. I forgot about it. I found it and I've been playing it like all this week. I put it on my story actually for one of the things, man. He got some bangers, man. So I had to go back to some music. He's shit. My mom mentions
that song itself put you in a zone. It put you in a zone because the beat is mellowed out. What he's talking about mellows you out. You know what I'm saying? High Tech killed that track. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So definitely. I'm glad you put him up in there. But Tim, who you got at number 4?
Oh, mine is METHOD, man.
Okay, yeah, Method Man. Okay,
I got Method Man in my top 4. The way my top 5 is played out, I'm actually pretty good with how I put my top 4, my top to 5. But yeah, Method Man just doing what he's been doing. The way Method Man comes off as he's that goofy type dude, and he clowns around and has fun. But man, lyrically, he just murders people, and it's just the way he comes about it. And then with joining him up with Redman at times, dude, just crazy off the top of the head. Just the way that he spits out things is just, you're like, holy shit! Like, did he really just say something like that? Yeah, he did. You know, you gotta listen to, the songs. And then the song he did with Mary J. Blige, you're all on. You're all I need or whatever. And then man,
you all I did get by.
Yeah. Right there was probably one of the first ghetto love songs that I ever played for a girl. You know what I mean? So
yeah, that's a top 10 song.
Yeah, it is. I love that song, man.
Yeah.
And then his verse in Triumph on Wu-Tang Forever is just, oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude, just comes right off the top and just
yeah, he did kill that. He killed that.
You know what I mean? So that's why I got Method Man in my top 4. Like it's just, he's got so many albums. He got, there's Pain, there's Hey You, Get Off My Cloud. People don't come across with that shit, but he did, and he's still doing it. And that's why he says my top 4.
Go ahead, John.
He killed that chorus to Ice Cream Truck, who backs it up.
Yeah. So, and that's all he did was the hook, and it was just dope.
Yeah.
Right.
Watch these rap niggas get all up in your guts. Fresh vanilla butter pecan chocolate deluxe. Even caramel sundae to get touched.
What they
titties.
What they titties suck like. But and you mentioned somebody that who we didn't have in our top 10. He's an honorable mention, and that would be Redman. Redman is actually, he came out the same time as Busta and Common, and he's still doing it. So Redman, he's an honorable mention, and he's not in my top 10, but he's right there. Like right there. You know what I'm saying? So we down to number 3.
All right, my number 3, I know it's probably not in a lot of people's list, but I'm gonna, he comes out of New York. He's very unsung, tragedy that he died, but Big L.
Oh, you got Big L. Big L.
Big L.
Rest in peace,
man. When Big L, when I heard that song 5 Minute Freestyle, and he came off and he was like, I wave nothing but lead. I turn your tuxedo red. Ask Beavis, I get nothing but head. He just killed it. And then going back and doing the research and listening to a lot of his songs, man, dude, was he unbelievable. Like just how he just can do it. And he had songs called, like I said, 5 Minute Freestyle, 3 Minute Freestyle. And it was just, you get him in the booth and he was just slaying it, just killing it. Any beat you put in front of Big L was doing it. And a lot of people will tell you, if you listen to a lot of people in the rap game, the older heads like the Method Mans, the Jay-Z's, and all those other guys, they'll tell you if Big L didn't get killed,
yeah, he'd be up there.
He'd be up there right now today with everybody, because it's just the way he came across and he had New York in his hands. You know what I mean? So I go with Big L as my number 3, top 3, because I just love Big L's music and just the way he came out lyrically is disgusting.
Yeah, I wasn't into. I ain't gonna say into, but I didn't get a chance to listen to Big L. When I started hearing this now, I'm like, damn, I need to check it out. But I never got around to it. But I hear a lot of rappers mention him. And another honorable mention that always mention Big L is Nas, because that was Nas' guy. You know what I'm saying? Nas ain't even nobody's top 10 in here. I don't think nobody even mentioned Nas. You know what I'm saying? But Nas is an honorable mention. He should be in the top 10, but I don't think. For my case, I'm not taking none of my guys out for Nas. You know what I'm saying? I like Nas, but
I like Nas too, but nah, I wouldn't take him. He's top 25 for me.
But Jonathan, you're number 3.
Number 3 I already put out there was Jay-Z. He moved to my number 3. So as my honorable mention, man, I gotta mention Eminem. Eminem is like, man, I see. And then I started listening to stuff for Eminem. Eminem has this song with shit, man. He has his lyrics, but I gotta play these lyrics, man. I wish I could find it and play it. But he talks about how he slumped over like A-Rob on a homer. And if you think about A-Rob hitting a home run, he's always slumped over. So it's like, dude, he's Eminem got some stuff, and you got to go back and like he be killing it, man.
His metaphors.
Yeah, so like as far as lyrics, he's top 5, definitely.
Oh yeah, I forgot about him in my top 10. You know what I mean? So Eminem is just like, and that's like Tanya always says, she's like, why doesn't nobody ever do a versus battle against Eminem? Because ain't nobody in their right mind going to stand in the battle with that man, because he's got so many joints. He'll just keep on going for the whole show.
Yeah, and now that you even mentioned Eminem, I actually kind of forgot about Eminem. I mean, he's an honorable mention. I mean, could be for mine or whatever. I kind of hate that I didn't put him in there. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, I could take out Tupac and put Eminem in my top 10 for sure.
Gotcha.
I won't take out Tupac. I could probably take out Drake. I can't take out Tupac. I could take out Drake maybe if I had to.
My number three will be Kane. I like Kane. Kane to me. No, not Kane. I mean KRS-One. KRS-One. Matter of fact, KRS-One is my number 3. It's just the way his delivery, and he was more like that battle rapper. Didn't care who you are. And when I saw I actually saw it was a beef video or whatever that he said if you got a top 10, I got a diss song for anybody out there, the top 10 MCs. I got a diss song for them. So if they ever want to come at me, I got something for them. Your top 10 person, I got a battle rapper that will destroy him. I was like, damn, that's cocky as hell. You know what I'm saying? But KRS-One is nothing to be played with. You know what I'm saying? I love his stage performance, and everything is off the chart. You know what I'm saying? So I got him listed at number 3.
He was my number 1.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, KRS-One was my number 1. When he came out with the song "Step Into the Light," and that took me back to my days of sneaking out the crib when I was younger, going over to my buddy's house and trying to break dance on a cardboard box.
So,
but yeah, man, and Sound of the Police, like he was my number 1. I've always loved KRS-One and his music. He said he was that battle rapper. You know what I mean? Like he looked for those battles. And again, not a lot of people wanted to step into that light and battle him. You know, so
because he had a lot of people don't know that he killed Nelly on over here.
Yeah,
he killed Nelly, but Nelly was big, so people didn't really listen to it like that. You know what I'm saying? But if they go back, do your research, do your homework, go check out KRS-One over here. Destroyed Nelly.
Man, I ain't no Carlos one fan at all. Actually, I like the Nelly number one. Damn, number one. I know anything good. I was never up on Carlos one. I don't know why, man, but I just never could get. He had a couple of good joints, but I never could put him in like my top 10. Like he like my top 20.
Wow.
I can't.
This going on YouTube and he's going to talk about you.
What is that saying, Hendo? What is he saying?
Right. Who your number 3 then, Jay?
Nah, we had number 2, right? We're on top 2? Top 2, right?
Yeah, he's my number 3.
I thought that was your number 2. Now I gave Jay-Z's my top 3. Jay-Z's number 3. Now I gave my honorable mention to Eminem. So we down to number 2? Top 2, right? So my number 2 is Biggie.
And went back with Biggie?
Yeah, I went back with Biggie, man. Even though, because they say he don't got a large catalog, man, but Biggie, man, you listen to this stuff, man. He's a great storyteller too, man. That double CD that was it, and then Ready to Die. Like, first of all, the Warning, man, that's one of the most. That's a classic.
I had that queued up, but I had that queued up ready to play.
Man, everybody know if you got at least about like 30 seconds of that song, you can just sing along through. If you don't know the whole thing, man. That Warning, that's tight.
When he came out with the Juicy was cool, but then when you start really listening to like the Big Papa, the One More Chance remix, what he did with Method Man, man, Biggie is the deal. He's that deal. And I didn't put him in my top 10 because I mean the catalog, he don't have enough catalog, but the stuff that he had out is long enough, but it's not long enough. You know what I'm saying? For me to put him in my top 10. So what you got there? What you got, Tim?
My number 2 was Rakim.
Allah.
Yep, it was my number 1 and number 2 with KRS-One and Rakim. That when you talk about all-time lyricists, Rakim is definitely up there. There's no he's the father of hip hop, the grandfather of hip hop. The man has killed everything. You know what I mean? Like he still could do it to this day if he wanted to. But you talk about lyricists all time, Rakim is 1 or 2, and it should be 1 or 2 in anybody's books.
Yeah. Who you got at number 2? Jonathan?
That's your number 2. Who your number 2? I got my number 2 is Biggie.
My number 2 is Kane. Kane is my number 2.
Kane?
Yeah, I mean, listen to Kane, the delivery, the metaphor, the slick, smooth talker, you know what I'm saying? And if you listen to Kane and listen to Jay-Z, you will see where Jay-Z got some of his styles from. Because Kane used to have Jay-Z touring with him, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So he picked up some of the little wittiness and stuff like that. And his metaphor is just sick. Everybody always wanted to see Kane and Rakim go at it. And it never happened. And it still could happen. But Rakim, I don't think he's interested in it. But Kane said he don't think Rakim is one of those battle rappers. I don't think Rakim is neither. But Kane is that battle rapper that nobody want to fuck with, just like KRS-One when it comes down to that battle stuff. You know what I'm saying? So Kane is my number 2.
I go with that. Since he mentioned Rakim's my number 1. That was my number 1 rapper of all time, man. Like Rakim. Yeah. But right, the song in my head right now to pop in there, man. Like the mood I'm in now is Mahogany. Yeah, man, that Mahogany, man. Oh man, he got a lot of joints like that. What's the album with the Casualties of War? Yeah, that was Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em album. No, not Let the Rhythm Hit 'Em. It's the one. Don't Sweat the Technique. It was that album. Okay, yeah. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah, man. He got some stuff from like the old school. Then when he got newer time, man, he just the 18th letter, man. Whew. And a lot of people still, I mean, people bought the album, but people still slept on because things have changed. Things started to change when Rakim went solo. It wasn't Arabic and Rakim no more. It was just strictly Rakim. The dynamics changed. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't about lyrics no more. It just putting out bangers or whatever. So you want to be listened to. So Rakim, would he drop Paid in Full? Okay, I was like, okay, but when he dropped that Follow the Leader, that did it. That microphone thing. Yeah, microphone thing. Yeah. How you say after 12, I'm worse than a gremlin? Then you think about gremlin, I start trembling. Oh man,
Rakim was a beast. I got him at number 1. I got him at my number 1.
Yeah, he was my number 2. Honorable mentions. I had 2 or 3 of them right off the top. Big Pun, Andre 3000.
Yeah,
and man, Slick Rick.
Slick Rick was one of my honorable mentions. Slick Rick was definitely one. Who you got for your honorable mention, Jay?
Shit, man, I only got names even worth mentioning for honorable mention to be that high though. But if I had to go through that, I forgot about Big Daddy Kane. This is crazy. I forgot about a lot of rappers, man. But it wasn't the West Coast rappers on here. I tell you that much though. None of these guys are the West Coast.
And nobody. I think it was only one. That was Ice Cube. That was Ice Cube.
Yeah, that was about it. I can't really.
Well, Snoop, he would be in my top 10.
Snoop,
He's honorable mention. Scarface, but that's down south. Just down south. And we put Too Short in the honorable mention early, so he's from the West Coast. But you think Snoop would be in the honorable mention as a West Coast artist or whatever. It's not too many West. Back in the day, MC8 was nice. MC8 was nice.
DJ Quick was okay.
Yeah. Anybody from the West Coast?
Man, if you really want to look at it, probably I hate to say it, but he was the greatest chorus singer of all time was Nate Dogg.
Yeah, Nate Dogg.
Warren G wasn't too bad. The Dog Pound with Dash Dillinger, and they weren't too bad. Celly Cell, he was another good one.
I'm trying to think.
MC Ren, when he came out with an album, wasn't too bad. Easy E. Dr. Dre.
Yeah, but you know, an honorable mention, and he don't get enough, is DOC. Yeah. DOC was dope. That he only had one album with 2 hours, whatever, but one where his voice was all right.
Right.
That album is a straight listen through. You don't need to skip no songs on that.
Oh no, yeah. I've even put The Game out there, and he's not bad. You know what I mean? Like he's falling off a little bit, but he's not too bad for out there for representing the West Coast. But again, it was most likely it was always New York. You know what I mean? The East Coast was where everybody was at, and it was just that, you know, the West Coast, the biggest one was Pac. Everybody hung it on Pac, and then Pac and Cube. But then to battle against the East Coast was murderer's row. You know what I mean? Like you put 4 guys out there from the East Coast, and they'd beat the West Coast all the time.
But like I said, I think we hit a lot of MCs or whatever. Females, we did mention Light. She was in my top 10. We did mention Queen Latifah. Any other females out there that we didn't mention? Honorable mention.
I like Eve. I like Eve.
Eve, yeah.
Eve. I don't know. I always had a thing for Charlie Baltimore. I don't know. I thought she was pretty dope. But I would say, what's her name? Papoose' girl.
Remy
Ma.
Remy.
Yeah.
I think Remy Ma's cold as shit. Ain't nobody fucking with her lyrically, and ain't nobody fucking with her personally. She'll stab your ass. She don't fucking care. Other than that,
you know who's dope that don't get a lot of recognition of being a dope female artist, and that's Light. I'm not Light. The Brat.
Yes.
Lyrically, she was
a beast. Brat. Yeah,
I forgot about her too.
And she's a Chicago product.
Right. Raw Digger. Somebody put Raw Digger. I know who that is because I know that's Curtis. Yeah. Raw Digger is that when she was with Flip Mode, she's come off her delivery. I like her delivery. Her delivery was
she was nasty. I hate to say it, Lil' Kim too.
Money, power,
respect.
Yeah.
When she's rapping with guys, I could dig with.
Yes,
but when
she was on
that other stuff. Yeah, I don't want to hear about her popping the thing. I mean, because I can't get into that. You know what I'm saying? But when she's rapping with the guys, Quiet Storm with Mobb Deep, just straight came off. You know what I'm saying? And some she did with Biggie and stuff, pretty nice. I think we had all the females. Anybody down south that we miss? We hit Ludacris.
Goody Mob.
I like Goody Mob.
T.I.
Get him out.
Yeah.
T.I. honorable mention.
Andre
We said
3000,
yeah, definitely.
Big Boy.
Big Boy, he's another one that he get looked over because everybody look at Andre 3000. You know what I'm saying? And I don't understand why. I think because he's not. I don't know. It ain't because he's not marketable. Because I think the same thing about Tribe Called Quest. When you talk about Tribe Called Quest, everybody first name you mentioned would be Q-Tip. But lyrically,
yeah,
Fife was better than Q-Tip lyrically. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But marketing wise, you got to go with Q-Tip because he's marketable. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
Fife Dog, 5 foot, dark skin, and he'll tell you on the album. You know what I'm saying? So I think other than that, I think we hit them all.
Oh, Pimp G.
Who's it? Pimp C? You said Pimp C? Yeah. I like when he did that with Outkast. That song with Outkast.
Man, I'm trying to think who else. You had Young Jeezy from the South.
That was Jonathan got one. I thought that was your guy.
Jeezy, yeah, I like Jeezy.
I hate to say it, but man, Master P.
Smart.
Oh. Huh?
I would say Mystical. Mystical was beast back when he was out. Mystical.
Bun B.
With the yeah. Y'all didn't like Willie D? Put him on my shoulders, my friend.
Willie D.
Yo, but you know who slept on too? And I think he's a beast. And I think if he went with Dre, when Dre had him and Eminem, he'll be up there with 50 Cent right now, and that's Sticky Fingers.
Yes. Onyx.
Yeah. He was about to sign with Dre, but he ended up just doing his own thing before he even signed with before 50 even signed with Eminem and Dre. 50 was next up.
I got another guy down south rapper that has been holding down for many years down there that a lot of people sleep on. Killer Mike.
Killer Mike a beast. Killer Mike a beast. That Killer Mike a beast. He got lyrics, but he got into the politics thing. So I guess people ain't looking at him as a rapper no more. You know what I'm saying? So I think we covered about everybody. Like I said, Slick Rick, I wanted to put him in my top 10. Chuck D, I wanted to put Chuck D in my top 10. But I mean, nobody's wrong. It's your top 10 is what you feeling that day. So it is no wrong answer to this. It's your top 10 or whatever. Next time we'll do something. I think we'll do the top 10 groups. Top 10 groups. I mean, there's a lot out there. There's a lot out there.
There's a lot out there as far as groups though. Yeah.
So the whole thing with this, before we leave, Jonathan, you got your podcast. What you doing? Let people know what's going on with your podcast.
Well, the podcast we got Life Grind, man. It's dropping Juneteenth on the 19th. But it ain't just a podcast option, man. It's the clothing line for Life Grind. Life Grind is what we're doing now. We all in here trying to make ends meet, doing everything every day, man. Everybody out there that's working, man. That's the grind. I always preach that. So everybody out here trying to make it work 9 to 5, make ends meet, to living, especially in a time where we got this crisis going on with this COVID and everything, man. So everybody trying to strive to survive. So that's what the grind is about. So it's gonna be a podcast, but mainly the clothing line. Cause I got the shirt I'm sporting right now. Mm-hmm. We got the leggings for the ladies. You know how much the ladies for the leggings. It's gonna be nice. You know, we might have light brown sign on the button. We ain't got it on, but we're gonna have the leggings though with the with the live grab on there and everything, man. The onesies, man. We working on some stuff. Actually, it's more the mentorship thing now. So we got some big things coming up the mentorship, man. I'm gonna have to get like a lot of people like y'all involved, man. I'm trying to make this like nationwide. So the podcast is like the small thing, you know, we got going on, but the mentorship and the fundraising, man, for the needy, for kids that need it, and for young men need that guidance. I know you look at a group chat, 3 Jerks. You just have people going back and forth saying what people need to do, but nobody's out there actively doing it. So this is a movement, and I'm gonna start it, and I'm getting everybody involved. It's not like this my podcast, this competition. It ain't about that, man. It's I think it's something big, and I want to get everybody involved to raise a ton of money, man. Just like I hate to use them as example, but Black Lives Matter made all this money, and I don't see none of it flowing back into the communities, man, and nothing. But the purpose is to make money, raise it, and put it in everybody's community: black, white, Hispanic, who needs it, Asian, anybody that's struggling, man. Everybody's trying to grind every day to meet it. So it's launching June 19th, Juneteenth next month, man. So it's gonna be pretty big.
Well, like I said, I mean, I never knock anybody for doing a thing or whatever, you know what I'm saying? And I'm proud of you going ahead and continue to do what you do. And you're more than welcome. You know, bro, we brother, we blood,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? So you always welcome to come on, shoot the shit with us, whether you're talking about hip hop, sports or whatever, because that's what my focus is on right now with this right here. Three Jerks Production with the Funky Diabetic, what I'm doing, and I talked to DJ Dice. My plan with this is to really jump off in August when I bring old school rappers like Chubb Rock, DOS Effects. I want to honor these guys. Like people say, get them their flowers while they're here. You know what I'm saying? So I just talked to him today, Dice today, and he's more than willing to help me bring these guys on to get them their flowers and, you know, do the interview with them, getting them the plaque that says Three Jerks Production, honor what you done, you know what I'm saying? Because we all grew up on these guys and some guys kept us out of trouble, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So, I mean, why not honor these guys, you know what I'm saying, for putting us on the right path or whatnot. So that's what I'm trying to do right now. And it's not just going to be rappers, comedians that I fucks with, you know what I'm saying, that actually help me out, like Baldhead, Cherie. I'm going to honor anybody that actually just doing something, you know what I'm saying, to make it right, man. You know what I'm saying? So people, they grinding out there. Like you said, everything is grinding. So if you grinding, I'm definitely gonna be honoring you if I know you of whatever you're doing. You know what I'm saying? So nah, it's not a competition. I mean, we doing it. We trying to do something, you know.
Exactly.
And like I said, what we do is whenever you can, just stop through. Just let me know, man. We go definitely work it out.
All we're gonna do is vice versa. I know we have some topics where, you know, it could be some crossovers and stuff like that, man. So even you, Tim, there's gonna be some things going on, man. We can discuss, man, because it's gonna be versatile. We got a lot of different stuff going on, but I mainly want to focus, like I say, on giving back out the community, man. That's gonna be big, man. Like, I'm trying to make a mark, and I want this to spread, not just in the state of Illinois. I'm talking about where you at, Indiana. Like, I need people all over to eventually get involved, man, because I want to hit kids everywhere. I want them to be like 2 or 3 years, and I want to be like, hey, y'all, let's go on a plane and let's go give some free stuff out to like some kids in New Orleans and stuff like that, you know. And I want them to be to have that moment. That's what I want to get to. That's my big focus, man, helping our kids, man, because that's a blessing, man. And I ain't trying to criticize BLM, but I am. So yeah, they get all this money, man, and it's like, man, they going to buy these $1 million homes in these neighborhoods that they criticize, man. It's like, come on, man, we can get to that, but let's go out, man, and spread your wings all over the world, man. I'm not trying to make money off of our people. I'm trying to raise money for our people. You know what I'm saying? Not just black, you know, whites, everybody, man. And I'm trying to stand out and do something big, man. So that's the big thing about that. That's what the grind is, man. We all trying to make it, baby, every day.
Yeah, we gotta crawl before we walk, you know what I'm saying? So let's do it, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, I mean, we definitely here for each other, you know what I'm saying? So once again, this is the first show with Three Jerks Production, the Funky Diabetic, myself and Tim, and my brother on the show with me today. And I really appreciate that, bro. You something coming on, helping me out with this one right here. So we'll be doing this again. Like I said, the top 10 groups or whatever. Give it a couple of weeks or so. Let's go ahead and get this stuff started, man.
Peace.
Yep. So once again, as I said, Three Jerks Production present the Funky Diabetic Loves Me.